Hello dear students. In this video, I will be presenting part A of session 1 from the topic data communication. I am Dr. Chandrakala HT. In this video, you will be learning what is a computer network, what are the components of a computer network, what is data communication, and how is data represented in a network. So the main contents of this video are introduction to computer networks, introduction to data communication, network components, and data representation. Now let's see what is computer networks. So in this picture, we can observe there are many different computing devices or computers which are connected to some common entity which is represented by a globe. So what this picture signifies is all computing devices throughout the world can be interconnected using some kind of communication channel called as the network. So in this picture, you can see tablet PCs, desktop PCs, laptops, and server systems which are connected through some common communication media. So basically, a computer network is a collection of computing devices which are interconnected through some communication channels. The communication channel is nothing but a transmission medium through which the resources and informations can be shared among the devices which are connected to the channels. The devices are nothing but the computers. Now let us see what are the components of a network. Any computer network consists of 5 main components: the sender, receiver, message, transmission medium, and protocol. Now let us see what each of these components is. The first component of a network is message or information. So this is the most important component of the network because the message is the entity which needs to be communicated among various devices which are connected to the network. The second component is the sender. Sender is the computer or device which sends the data message. And the receiver is the device which receives the message. And transmission medium is the physical path through which the message sent by the sender travels and reaches the receiver. So now, when a sender and receiver wants to exchange information, they should understand the information which they are exchanging. So there should be some common agreement between the sender and receiver so that they understand the information which they are exchanging. So that common agreement is called as a protocol. So protocol is a set of rules that govern data communications. It represents an agreement between the communicating devices. So if there is no protocol which is underlying in the computer network, the sender and receiver may not understand what message they are sending and receiving with each other. So protocol is a very important component of a computer network. Next, let us understand what is data communication. So before we understand what is data communication, we need to understand what is data. So data is nothing but a piece of information. So the main purpose of two users connecting to a network is to exchange some data in between them. So what sort of data they can exchange? They can exchange text, numbers, images, audio, or video. The best example which I can quote to make you understand about data is your WhatsApp. So ಈಗ WhatsApp ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು varieties of information exchange ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೀವು text messages exchange ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, numbers exchange ಮಾಡಬಹುದು like contact numbers or any other statistics. You can send and receive pictures. You can send and receive audio. You can record your own voice and send, or you can send some music data or anything as such regarding audio you can exchange. You can also exchange video. So videos are the main or the most popular kind of data which are exchanged today. So videos are the most appealing kind of data which are communicated. So just like WhatsApp, any other network applications also make use of all these five kinds of data: text, numbers, images, audio, and video. Now, what is data communication? Data communication is a technical name which is given to the exchange of data between the devices through transmission medium. The transmission medium can be wired medium or wireless medium. So if you observe this picture, the sender is sending some information or message or data to the receiver using the transmission medium. So this is known as data communication. Sending of information by a sender to the receiver through the transmission medium is called as data communication. The transmission medium can be either a wired medium or wireless medium. So to gauge the effectiveness of data communication system, we use 4 different characteristics. The 4 different characteristics of a data communication system are delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. So any data communication system must deliver data to the intended destination. So a receiver should be the intended receiver. Sender sends an information through the data communication system to the receiver. So the data communication system should make sure that the data sent by the sender will be received by the intended receiver. That characteristic is known as the delivery characteristic. The second characteristic is accuracy. So the data communication system must deliver the data accurately. So whatever data is sent by the sender should be received exactly the same at the receiver. So any data which is corrupted or uncorrected will be unusable by the receiver. So accuracy is one important characteristic of data communication system. The next characteristic of a data communication system is timeliness. The data communication system must deliver data in a timely manner. Within the stipulated time, the data has to be delivered to the receiver. If the data is delivered late to the receiver, the data will be rendered useless. Hence, timeliness is also an important characteristic of a data communication system. The next characteristic of data communication system is jitter. Jitter is nothing but the variation in the packet arrival time. So the best example for jitter is, say your cable television. So ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸರ್ತಿ ನೀವು ಕೆಲವು ಚಾನೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಡಿಯೋಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಡಿಯೋಗೂ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೇ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಅದು ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಪ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಐದರ್ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಬೇಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಿಂತ ಅಥವಾ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಜಿಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಜಿಟರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ the quality of the video, the quality of the information will be spoiled. Hence, the data communication system must ensure that the data is delivered without any jitter. So audio ಮತ್ತೆ video ಎರಡೂನು at the same time deliver ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗನೇ quality of the video can be better. So the data communication system to be effective must have the best delivery, best accuracy, and timely delivery of information with no or minimal jitter. The next topic which we will be learning in this video is data representation. So as we discussed earlier, 5 main types of data are exchanged on a data communication system or on a computer network. What are those? They are text, numbers, images, audio, and video. So as users of networks, we transfer the data as either text, numbers, images, audio, or video. But how does the computer or the computing device perceive this information? How does the computer network or the data communication system perceive this information is what we are going to learn in this particular topic. So basically, we learn how these 5 types of data are represented on a computer network. So when it comes to text and numbers, the data which is, okay, text is just the alphabetical data, basically in any language which you are comfortable, you can communicate your text. So on, say for example, on networks today, we can transmit text messages in either English or in your any Indian language for that matter. Say for example, on WhatsApp or Facebook, you can post messages, text messages in your own mother tongue also. But whatever text message, alphabetical message you transmit on the computer network, that will be converted into binary data. Binary data is nothing but the bits, zeros and ones. Every alphabet is converted to equivalent binary combinations, and the binary combinations are basically governed by Unicode system. Unicode system of binary representation. So Unicode is a system of binary values which is universally accepted throughout the world. So the binary data is formed for the textual message using Unicode. Similarly, even numbers are also represented using binary numbers, and the same Unicode is used to represent the text and numbers in binary equivalent. So whatever text and numbers we send on the network will be converted into Unicode and then transmitted over the network. At the receiver side, it will be translated back to the original text and numbers which are sent by the sender before it is given to the receiver. So on a computer network, the data travels as Unicode binary data. Next, the third kind of data is images. So images are also represented by bit patterns. Image is nothing but a matrix of pixels. Every image or photograph which we transmit on the computer network is nothing but a matrix of pixels which contains rows and columns of pixels. Each pixel is a small dot in a particular picture. More the number of pixels, better the resolution of the image. So if you want a high quality picture, the picture should be of high resolution. In turn, the pixel density of the picture should be good. So basically, when we consider black and white image, the pixel, if the pixel is illuminated, we consider it as binary 1. And if the pixel is not illuminated, we consider it as 0. So for black and white images, there are only 2 pixel values, either 0 or 1. So 0 means absence of intensity in the pixel, 1 means presence of intensity in the pixel. When it comes to color images, each pixel is represented using 3 kinds of phosphors: red, green and blue phosphors. Whenever the pixel illuminates, the RGB combination of phosphors are used to generate the required colors. So basically, images are also represented as a matrix of binary pixels on computer network. When it comes to audio, so audio can be your voice or any sound or music which can be recorded and broadcasted on the computer network. Audio is basically continuous in nature. So audio signals are analog signals. They are not digital signals. So digital signals means they are discrete. They can be only of 2 levels, 0 volt and a high voltage, maybe like 5 volt or 10 volt. That is known as a digital signal. Whereas a continuous signal can be of any range of frequency or voltage level. So audio signals, they are represented as analog signals or continuous signals on the computer network. The next type of data, that is video. Video is nothing but a combination of moving pictures. Okay, so various frames of pictures combined with added movement is called as a video. So video can be represented either as a continuous entity or a discrete entity. It can be represented using analog signals or digital signals. So for best quality, digital signals or discrete signals are desirable so that the video will be of high quality. So this is how the 5 different types of data, the text, numbers, images, audio, and video are represented on a computer network. So in this video, we learned what is a computer network, what is data communication, and what are the components of a network, how the data is represented on a computer network. Thank you.